He's got a lot going on. ESPN has fired him. I'm assuming they fired him because he set up the lawsuit. That's what they were waiting for, to see if he or she would hold out. What was the payment to the young lady? Don't know. Next on the block with Shannon Sharpe, an African-American female is suing him for outing her, saying that she was married when she was guy rating or in an audience of Usher. Usher had a concert, and they were close. The photos still I saw, they were close, and I don't know what really happened. I wasn't there. But anyway, on his podcast, he obviously talked about this lady and said that she was married and that her husband was getting a divorce or filing for a divorce. She has come forward to say she is not married. It's this info by Shannon Sharpe allegedly has damaged her career, her professional career. So I had already told you all that somebody else is going to come forward with a lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe. I figured it would be, in a sexual nature, but this time it's him watching an Usher concert, watching a lady and Usher interact, and decides to go on his podcast and talk bad about the lady saying she was married. She says she's not. She's suing him for $20 million. So we got him getting fired from ESPN, and now a black lady is suing him for $20 million for defamation. Arkansas. The young man who's a school teacher hadn't started work yet at the school district in Arkansas, Mr. James. He has been charged with double homicide, capital murder ×2 for killing that couple at the Devil's Den State Park. Murdered these two people in front of their two children. I'm assuming the children are with family. Once again, prayers and condolences to the family. I don't know which family member has the children, but it's devastating that these children watched their parents be unalive. The fact that we now have video footage of him being arrested in the hair salon. The lady stated on social media that she was shaking when the police came in. Thank you so much, sweetheart. That she was shaking when the police came in because she's probably thinking like, okay, why are the police officers here in my salon? They have traced this double killer to your salon. She said he didn't really know how he wanted his hair cut, but he just wanted to keep some in his face. So that's probably to obscure, his identity, because maybe he had, I think, fuller hair. When you look at that picture of him in the park, I think he had fuller hair. At the state park photo still they have of him. But it just goes to show you that there's an eye in the sky everywhere you go. Grocery store, traffic lights. No, there's just nowhere you can go where there is not CCTV footage, doorbell cameras, so on and so forth. Why did he kill this family? The fact that he left a school district in Oklahoma for bad behavior with kids. Don't know if he actually had sex with any of the children. I'd like to know more about that. But then he moves to Arkansas, hadn't even started the new job yet, fall season. He's already killed 2 people in a state park. This is crazy to me. So now we got to ask why. Did he know these people, met them, or just decided, you know what, I'm going to go to a park. This will be easy access, get in and out, find me a target, kill them, leave, watch it on the news, see what happens, see if they can find me. They did. Amen. Crazy, crazy story. What else I got for you? Alabama. I'm sweating. It's very hot out here. A state worker picked up a little black boy, took him to visit his father for a visit, was in transport when I guess he or she, I'm assuming it's a she, decided to leave the child in a hot damn car van while she decided to run an errand shop. Are you hearing what I'm saying? This time we don't have a story of a parent leaving their child inside of a vehicle, truck, SUV, a state worker. You decided to go shop. And now the police, the chief, or whomever decides to give a statement and say, oh, it was accidental. We ain't going to play that card. How the hell is it accidental? You're on your job. That's no different than a daycare worker picking up kids on taking them on a field trip, whatever, and then you take them back to the daycare. You're going to sit here and say, oh, I forgot I had 10 kids on a bus or 12 kids on a bus or 5 kids on a bus. No, you ain't forgot nothing. You decided you want to go do what you wanted to do. And that's what I think this state worker decided to do. F that kid. I'm getting ready to go shop, run errands, go to Costco. And then what? 5 hours this baby sat in a hot van while this motherfucker shopped and did God knows what else. Oh, also the person went to their house. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Went to their house. This is crazy. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. You done went running around town, went to your house, and left the whole kid on state's time. Matter of fact, you're on the clock. You're supposed to be transporting this kid to and fro, and left the kid in the van. And the police now want to say, oh, it's an accident. No, it ain't no damn accident. It is time for people to stop leaving their kids in the car. And I believe a lot of people are leaving their children in the car on purpose because they don't want to be bothered with them anymore. They don't want to parent anymore. They don't want the responsibility. So it's easy to say, oh, I was running here and there. I was running late and I forgot. I jumped out the car. I forgot my baby was in the back seat. How could you forget your kids in the back seat? That's kind of like saying when you wake up in the morning, you forgot your baby's in the crib in the other room. You just walk out the door and go to Costco, Walmart, to your job, and come home and realize, oh, I have a kid. Oh, let me go look in their room and see if they're alive. Fuck out of here. What's going to happen with this state worker? Don't know. This Mr. James Andrew, Arkansas, Doom, double homicide, has been formally charged. Capital murder, ×2. Where is he from? Does he have any other improprieties? Has he been messing with people's children? What are the allegations back in Oklahoma? This is disturbing to me because you're not going from inappropriate. So what is inappropriate? Sending messages, text messages, pictures of your private parts, talking about sex, penetration, to now a full-fledged double murderer. Shannon Sharpe, fired by ESPN. And now another woman has come out with a lawsuit, $20 million for defamation. He said she was married. She was getting a divorce because she was engaged too close with Usher during our Usher concert. And she has come out to say she is not married. She's single. And he has lied on her. And he has ruined her professional career, her personal life with the said allegation. And that's the latest. There was something else I wanted to mention. There's so much going on. Oh, Kohlberger. We now have information that he had 2 IDs, one belonging to a co-worker back in Pennsylvania. Don't know how he got access to that person's ID. And then there was another female's ID he got. Don't know who she is and how he got her ID, but that's scary. But that goes to show you he's a thief. So we really shouldn't be surprised that he had somebody's ID in his possession when he got arrested in Pennsylvania, because guess what? He walked into a whole house and slaughtered 4 kids. So I don't think I'm shocked he had somebody's damn ID when he got arrested. We shouldn't be shocked at that at all. That's expected, because when you look at many serial killers, rapists, especially serial killers, they have a pattern of the creepy crawly behavior, the stalking, the lurking, the putting holes in walls to look at women and look under their skirts, and breaking homes, steal underwear, garments, rings, jewelry, and then they make their move, assault, and if they get caught or brought up on a charge, God forbid, they get off. They know next time, okay, I got to make sure that victim don't speak. And that's where murder comes in. So far, they haven't linked him to any other crimes. But that's some creepy information to know he had 2 IDs on his person when he was arrested at his family's home in Pennsylvania. Also, the toxicology report is back, and it has been said that the girls did not have any drugs in their system. Alcohol was it. So as Mr. Brian Enton said, everybody can put all the rumors and lies to bed, that it was a drug house, that these kids were selling drugs, they were on drugs. And I never passed that rumor about those kids because, as I had said to you all 2.5 years ago when the story broke, I don't know these kids. I don't know who they are, what they were involved in, and all those nasty rumors about the drugs, drug house, Xana's mother being involved. Those were vicious rumors, and you can't take that back. You know, it's one thing to try to assume that somebody's involved in a crime, but when you start putting out salacious rumors such as those, you've gone too damn far. And like I said, I assumed that certain people are involved in true crime. I have made my commentary about the Summer Wells case, the Sebastian Rogers case, some other cases, but just making up, vagrant lies about a person, that's wrong. You don't have the right to just go make up stuff because you think somebody's involved in a crime. And as you see, nobody that knew the kids was arrested. Nobody has confessed. Korberger, the only suspect, one weapon that they know of, not saying that he couldn't have used another weapon. That's also been said by the district attorney recently during an interview. But he's the only one arrested. He's also the only one that's taken a plea deal, and the only one that stood in court and said, yes, I killed these kids. So it is what it is. Hello, Wiccan. Profession used to be, I love to know it. I'm fairly new to your channel. Oh, thank you. I've worked healthcare, taking care of the elderly. That's what I've done, taking care of the elderly. And it looks like I'm still doing it for free. With all these people running up to me, wanting to talk about this and that, and he said and she said, and oh Lord, it's like, I'm sick of being a caretaker. And I had to tell somebody last night, baby, don't worry about what people think, what they have to say. You don't need to be involved in no clique. Mind your business, find you some friends on the outside of the property, and keep it moving and live your life. And that's all you need to do. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, I'm not going to hold you on because I'm trying to preserve my voice because of the surgery. And as you see, I'm keeping this wound hidden as not to get any germs, but I want to get out, get some fresh air, get some vitamin D. But those are my latest updates pertaining to a child left in a hot car by a state worker in Alabama. Mr. Andrew, James Andrew, who's been now formally charged with killing two people, a married couple, and in the Devil's Den State Park. Shannon Sharpe, fired from ESPN, and Idaho 4. Mr. Korberger had access to two women's IDs, and I'm sure they were freaked out when law officials notified them. Hey, thought I'd tell you, that guy over there, he had your ID. Now, what I want to know is, how did he get them? What was the situation for Korberger to get these two separate IDs? And did they ever suspect Korberger of stealing their ID? How did he get them? See, this is creepy to me. That's why I keep trying to tell you, you don't know people, you can't trust people. All that speaking and laughing and hello, how are you? And like I tell people, I live in the South. People stay in your business. They want to know every damn thing about you. You have to be very careful what you tell people. I've been seeing a lot of videos popping up on YouTube lately saying you need to preserve your peace. You need to be careful what you tell people, what you talk about. Because like I live in a small town, you don't know who knows whom. I live in an apartment building with a bunch of busybodies. You have to be careful what you say. Naturally, somebody will go back and repeat what you said. But you all know, Queen, I can back up anything that I say. Because I don't have a problem. Then, yeah, I said it. What? You understand? But it's not to say that a person wouldn't try to hurt you, harm you. You have to be very careful. Talking to people, dating, getting in the cars, getting rides, inviting people to your home, going to their home. As you keep hearing all these crazy stories, every day there's a crazy story on the news. And this is baffling to me. All of these crazy stories. And some are eerily similar, some are not, but they're all violent. And that's what's scary. And also, the information about Shane, the young man that shot the people in New York in the high-rise building. I don't know if he had CTE, but I'd like to know what made him think he had it. Was he diagnosed? We have been told you can't get a diagnosis while living. The brain has to be studied. So that's why he shot himself in the chest, because he wanted to preserve his brain. He left a note apologizing to his family, apologizing to his supervisor. Also, the weapon used was sold to him by the supervisor, the black BMW. It was also sold to him by the supervisor. I'd like to get a timeline on the sale of the BMW. And also, I don't know if it matters or not, but the car, it is the car used to travel from out west to New York. But the weapon My understanding, I think they said a few days before the shootings. And what's even more crazy, he never played pro ball. So why he would blame the NFL, that may be an indication that he was mentally ill. He did have antipsychotic meds found at his home, if I'm not mistaken, or on his person. So he was not well. But as one woman said, he knew what he was doing. So it's a fine line between mental illness and knowing right from wrong. There are a lot of people who are mentally ill. They're doing mentally ill things, but they know they're not supposed to be beating you up, stabbing you, choking you, shooting you. Fine line. That's my commentary. Like, share, subscribe. Follow the Queen on the Newsbreak app and YouTube. Check out the movies I have shared. Boy, do I have a doozy for you all for this weekend. And I also shared a movie I watched today that was crazy as hell called Black Bags or The Bags. Very creepy movie. Took it a while for it to get to its point, but it was a very weird movie. Check it out. It's on my community page. And if you'd like to donate to this great network, $BeGanji129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Thank you so much. Thank you, Wiccan, for joining me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my voice is a little scratchy, which that's expected from things I have going on personally, with my body. And I'm noticing a change in it more since the surgery. It just feels weird when I talk. And it's like, well, how's that going to work out when I'm a content creator and I'm supposed to be talking about crazy stuff? So I'm going to cut it short. But thank you all for joining me. God bless all of you. And once again, check my post on my community page. Take the polls, because I did put up a couple of polls about Shannon Sharpe, Mr. James. And I'm also going to put up a poll pertaining to this state worker that left a child in a hot car and he died. Cute little black boy. I think it's a woman that left that child, and she needs to go to jail, because I'm sick of these stories of people leaving the kids in the car. Now we have a whole state worker who was transporting a kid to see his father, and she decided to go out and do her thing and leave a baby to die in a hot car. And the police, you ought to be ashamed on a broadcast and tell the world it was an accident. I don't think so. I think she wanted, probably felt like nobody wants this kid. He don't need to go to the mama, the daddy, blah, blah, blah. I'll leave him in the car. That's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. Thank you for your time. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. You have been listening to the Valdez Sale. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for the wonderful, kind sentiments and prayers. Bye.